quarters, ice hockey-style penalty shootouts. Is this the future of football? Well, FIFA's technical development director, Marco van Basten, has sought to stimulate debate by proposing some radical ideas to make the game, in his words, more honest, more dynamic, and, well, frankly, more interesting. His most eye-catching suggestion would be to scrap the offside rule. He believes the game already resembles handball, 9 or 10 defenders in front of goal, preventing space to create goal-scoring opportunities. And that would mean scrapping a rule that has existed, albeit in a much different interpretation since the formation of the original FA rules of the game in 1863. Van Basten also believes sin bins and the formation of an orange card could improve the flow of the game. It would provide a deterrent to repeated fouls while also being a bridge between a yellow and a red card. To prevent player fatigue, extra time would be scrapped, with knockout matches going straight to penalty shootouts. But Van Basten has proposed a change to the format of the shootout, with players starting outside the penalty area. Then they would be able to dribble the ball, but given 8 seconds to score, inviting more skill and less luck. And another suggestion that may upset traditionalists, splitting the game into 4 quarters of 22.5 minutes. It's catchy, allowing for more quality coaching input. Van Basten says he wants debate on these, but it's the International Football Association Board who hold the power to make any changes to the laws of the game. Well, he wanted debate, so let's give it him. Let's pick up on a few of those then, shall we? Starting with scrapping the offside rule, George. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, we're going towards indoor football, where, you know, there's no offside and everybody can score from anywhere you like. But I think that's going too far to start with. The interesting part of the game is the offside rule. If there is no offside rule, it doesn't become interesting no more. Because then you have to think about it. You have to be smart. You have to be elegant. You have to know how to avoid the offside. If there is no offside rule, what's the point of playing? Then we might as well just go in indoor and say, oh, let's play 11v11 inside. And
you just stand next to the keeper, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you was a striker, you just stand next to him. And look, I think
nice bit of long ball football.
Yeah,
that would be great. But what he is saying is some teams, 9 behind the ball, they just defend the penalty area and nothing wider.
You've got to break that down.
And they sit there and wait for you to come
we had that a lot at Arsenal, you know, when people go to Highbury and they get everyone behind the ball, but you've got to find a way to break it down. You know, that's what football's all about. It's tactical, how you get the best and get a result. And I'm sure lots of managers went to different grounds and said, right, let's try and defend well and get a 0-0 draw. But you, as a team, have to try and break that down and get that first goal and get the opening goal and make them change their system to try and chase the goal. So, look, I think that the offside rule at the moment is a little bit difficult because, you know, how many times when... I want to see a rule where if you're offside, you're offside. Simple as that. Whether you're interfering in play or not. And I think it'd be a lot easier for a linesman to pick up on that because, you know, if you're not interfering with play and someone's running from deep, and sometimes you get a little bit confusing for some linesmen.
How about moving the offside rule
to a certain area
further up the pitch? Remember that there are other football games available, but Subbuteo, they used to have the line halfway between the half line and the penalty area. Why not draw a line there so you can only be offside in that final quarter of the pitch, and therefore extend the playing area that you aren't offside in? How about that? That would stretch the pitch more. Teams wouldn't defend so high.
I love football as it is. I watch every single game when I'm indoors, whether I'm not supporting the team or not. I still enjoy the competitive. So I wouldn't change anything. I mean, you might be able to help on technology, might be helping certain decisions. But why would you want to change it? I mean, is it just justifying his job? Marco van Basten was a brilliant player, but I think he's lost the plot a bit. Some of the ideas he's coming up with at the moment.
OK, well, let's pick on one that perhaps is a good idea then, in your minds, maybe. I don't know, I'm just going to float this one. Orange cards. We had a sending off in particular. I remember Mustafi being sent off at the Emirates this season. Arsene Wenger described it as a dark yellow. He said it wasn't quite it was a bit more than a yellow, but wasn't a red in his mind. You see what he was saying. But is it fair that it's the same punishment for a challenge that is pretty nasty, as for taking your shirt off when you celebrate a game. It carries the same weight of punishment. Is that fair? Should we have orange cards?
Well, I think that might be a good idea, because if you look at it, especially from players' point of view, sometimes players have 2 consecutive fouls, and then the referee is like, you know, hey, the next one will be a yellow.
Yeah.
So perhaps that orange card might then refer to those kind of fouls. Because we all play, and then sometimes you get one foul, you get straight yellow, and then you say to the ref, hey, come on, ref, that was the first foul I've made in the game. So maybe we could go towards that where if there is someone makes 2 consecutive fouls, you can get an orange card. And then the third foul would be automatically yellow. So that's maybe not such a bad idea.
George, you look like that because you've got plenty of reds in your career.
my national colour is orange. So.
What about sin bins? I mean, you'd have a permanently reserved space in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'd be good for advertising. You can get all the advertising on the side of the sin bins and this, that, whatever. But again, a lot of people, if it's going to be 10, 15 minutes, you get everybody behind the ball for 10 minutes. And it might be more negative to the game if you get that. But look, I'm up for new ideas, but sometimes if it's not broke, why do you have to fix it? And I think football, we know exactly we love the game as it is at the moment. I mean, look, we're always trying. I think the goal line technology has been brilliant for the game, and maybe that's the next step. You know, helping the referees out a little bit more to get the right decisions. And you know, we all know that the fourth official on the side, what does he do? Communication. You can quickly go into someone's ear hole and say, look, maybe you got the wrong decision now. So we want to see the right decisions, and we want to try and help the referees as much as we can. So maybe that is the next step. Instead of no offside and no sin bins and this, that, whatever. I would look at that more moving forward.
Yeah, there was a penalty incident in La Liga at the weekend. Real Madrid down at Sevilla. It took them 4 minutes to finally get the penalty to be taken place. So they were all arguing. They would have sorted that one out. What about this idea? Abolish penalty shootouts. George, you'd love this, wouldn't you? Let's take you back to August 2011, shall we? Oh, George, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is a local derby as well. This is Forest against Notts County. And yeah, get rid of those penalties, George.
Yeah, let's dribble towards the keeper. Let's beat him. Go around him.
You won that game, didn't you?
Yeah, we won on penalty shootout, not by my miss. But yeah, I still think that penalty shootout is great. You know, yes, it's luck, but it's fantastic.
That's a long walk.
If you look at it, yeah. Have you not noticed I tried to talk over it? Yeah, I still think that it's good because it's not only by good players. Sometimes, you know, a team is under pressure for the duration of the game, and they play towards the penalty because they got good kickers, and the pressure brings it with you. Again, I refer back to the indoor football. If we're going to go shoot out like that, then you think, well, you know, let's go inside.
Challenge we could bring in or something like that.
Well, yes, yeah, but
that'd be good fun.
You'd love the penalty shootout. How many penalty shootouts misses did you have in your career?
No, I didn't have any.
There we go. You see, he wants to keep it now.
I remember I took one in the UEFA Cup final, and I don't think I could see the goal because someone threw a smoke bomb on the field. That's why I probably scored. But you know, it's that pressure walking up to the ball, isn't it? I mean, in big games and. You know, having the ability to put it on the spot and know exactly what you're going to do. The biggest thing for penalty shootout is don't change your mind. As you're running up to the ball, always pick a spot where you're going to hit it and put pace on it as well. Because if the keeper does go the right way, you make sure you put pace and you still go in the back of the net. Right,
plenty of debate on that one. Let's bring you this, though. Sky sources are telling us that Watford